everyone. Welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot, and this, the weekly love connection reading for the fire sign of Leo. Let's get right into it, Leo. 9 of Wands, King of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. Bottom row for your person, 4 of Pentacles, Hierophant, Ace of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, you have Justice, Karma coming in. I love it when Justice shows up. This is also the energy for Libra. Some of you may be dealing with Libra energy in your chart or in your person. We also have Virgo energy on the table. So let's get right into it, Leo. How are you and your person coming in? Well, you're coming in the week with a feeling of being quite lost, right? Being a little bit lost, being a little bit kind of bruised and battered, trying to make your way to some place, right, of happiness, and just finding a lot of obstacles in your way. So this week you feel a little bit tired. You feel like you have more obstacles to sort of cover to get to a particular objective. Now, I will be pulling clarifiers to see what this objective has to do with, but right now you're feeling just dogged down and tired. 9 of Wands. Your person, 4 of Pentacles, coming in a week with concerns about money, stability, jobs. Is their money funny? Are they dealing with a lot of added responsibilities? Things may be very tight for them. But this is just general energy that's coming in for you and your person this week. How you guys are kind of, the demeanor that you're starting your week off with, right? Let's get some clarity. I'm not sure. We'll see how these two energies play into each other. As you look ahead, you see that they're quite on top of things, even though that they have a lot of insecurity this week about their finances. When you see them, you see a king. You see a king of wands. So somebody who's, sure of themselves. You don't see any doubt, even though they right now have some. But let's get some clarity. 2 of wands energy for you. Oh, and 4 of cups. So they are, they're saying no. They're saying no. And you're moving forward. 2 of wands. You're moving forward, Leo. Okay. This person is dealing with a lot this week. They're dealing with a lot of financial issues and concerns. And I feel like what's happening is a lot of this doggedness, these obstacles in your way have to do with this person. I think, Leo, you feel like you're not able to get to them. They're not taking your cup of love. They have stuff on their mind, and they're just not answering you. You see them as somebody who's quite strong and doing well, but Wheel of Fortune for you and 5 of wands. Yeah, your person is dealing with a lot of, I want to say a lot of difficult energy right now in their way. They have a lot of people who are coming at them. They have a lot of difficulties right now that they're dealing with, Leo. A lot of bickering, a lot of arguing. They have, they certainly are not in a space to take a cup of love just yet. And yet, I think you want that for you. When they see you, they see Hierophant energy, Leo. So I think they see when they're looking at you, Leo, they're looking at somebody who, I want to say fits into what they're looking for, right? You kind of fit into what they desire. You're dealing with somebody, Leo, who's very traditional, and they see you as fitting into that for them. So it's interesting. You see each other as formidable people and people who, to one degree or another, you look up to. This could be a new relationship, Leo, that you're trying to make happen, but right now your person is just dealing with too much. Okay? They're dealing with a lot of strife here, issues with money, and a turning away. Listen, they may be breaking up with somebody right now. Okay, Leo? So you may be dealing with somebody who themselves is breaking up with someone and going through the process, because it feels as though everything in their life right now is a little bit unstable. There's a lot of arguing with some people. They look at you and they see sort of calm and, structure and security, but right now they're not feeling that. And I think 4 of cups energy, very well. could to do with you, could be to do with you, but could also be to do with them sort of beginning to pull away from somebody in their life, and just the fallout of all of that. Ten of Swords. They definitely are leaving something. Okay, so something's ending for your person. I believe it could be a relationship that they've been in is ending for them, and they really need to deal with that. Although when they see you, they definitely are excited. Ace of Wands, high passion, attraction, sexual energy. Seven of Swords. Take care, Leo, not to cut corners. Okay. You want to build something with them. You clearly admire them very much. I think that this Nine of Wands energy, I'm going to go back with my first instinct. Yeah, you may be feeling a little bit put off by this individual, but I think in general you've had a hard way to go, right? Leo, it seems as though you've been kind of in a forest of bad relationships that have really battered you. I don't necessarily, I mean that sort of metaphorically, battered your soul, your heart. You've gone through a lot. And I feel like right now this person represents something better, something that you truly want to build with. You really respect them. But things are going on with them right now. Nevertheless, you have a Wheel of Fortune coming in for you. That kind of indicates that something is going to be happening, Leo, that's going to help you to get closer to your person. Watch out for Seven of Swords, though. I said earlier, don't cut corners, but also watch out for people who are trying to sabotage you. There may be people in your life, Leo, who are trying to ruin this. Oftentimes, this energy can come into some of the love readings, especially when one person or the other are coming towards each other and it's a good connection. It's potentially a really positive and progressive connection. Oftentimes, there will be a Seven of Swords that comes up because that's usually people around who are very jealous, envious, who may come in and try to F it up. Listen, do not, I say this so many times, so much in my readings, and, I don't know how people take it. Sound off in the comments. Give me your feedback. But I see this happening all the time. And I think it's very underrated, as it were. People don't notice it. But it's like you will have friends. You will have people around you who you have assumed and presumed are your friends and have your back. And they will try. Listen, so many times this goes unnoticed that they will try to sort of interfere or mess up, especially when you're talking about a love connection for you, especially if those people themselves are single, alone, unhappy, miserable, or with somebody that they're unhappy with. Whichever the case is, it's natural that you hooking up or finding somebody who's really good for you will engender a certain amount of envy, at least in some of the people around you, whether they're friends or family, etc. And those people will either in subtle or gross ways try to sabotage this, and sometimes very slick ways, just trying to get a little bit more of your time all of a sudden. Oh, all of a sudden you want to spend time with me. I'm over here trying to make this happen with this person. So there's a feeling here that as you try to build, because when you see this relationship, you're definitely trying to build on it. Leo, there's something you're trying to make happen. Three of Pentacles indicates that you're really physically trying to bring some more stability, commitment, right, and growth to this relationship. And yet you have this sly individual saying, no, I don't know. I think I'm going to interfere. Watch out. Your person, on the other hand, Leo, is coming in with Ten of Swords energy and Ace of Wands as how they see this relationship. Listen, your person has just come out of a really difficult, long journey of pain and being sort of kicked in the heart, right? I do believe they've absolutely recently broke up with somebody. And in addition to that, yes, they may not be taking any of your advances. You're clearly advancing, Two of Wands, but they may not be taking it right now. In addition to the fact that I think most recently your person has broken up or come out of a connection that was quite toxic, and they're kind of, I want to say, resonating up and coming to an end of a period of toxicity in their life with regard to a relationship. But it has caused them some financial security. You know, it's caused them a little bit of cash flow issues. There continues to be some bickering going on here. This may still be with the ex or with people around who they're still kind of in the process of getting rid of. You represent, as I said, something really solid and stable and traditional and structured and good, and something that's in line with what they truly want in a connection, but they're kind of going through this. Nevertheless, they see you as an Ace of Wands. And again, as I always say when this shows up in a love reading, this is the great phallic symbol in the tarot deck. In addition to its many other symbolism or meanings of its symbolism, it is the great phallic symbol. And in a love reading, this indicates a huge amount of sexual attraction and tension and desire, right? So yeah, just as you, Leo, want to build something with them, they have an enormous amount of attraction to you. So that is absolutely there. Nevertheless, things have to be done. Five of Swords, more bickering, more arguing, more competition, and yet you move forward with your dream. Leo, the person that you're dealing with is dealing with a lot of mess in their life. Now, it's interesting because the last reading for Aries, I talked about also Aries having a lot of mess in their life as opposed to their person. But in this scenario, in this reading, Leo, for your love reading, it seems to indicate that it's your person who's very messy. It's your person who's coming out of a relationship and still has quite a lot of bickering and arguing and competitiveness in their world. Right? Five of Wands and Five of Swords. So there's still a lot of bad communication. There's still a lot of bad thought involved here. You know, a lot of sort of back and forth, arguing, bickering, not letting it go. They're still kind of coming through all of that. And I think a lot of this has to do with finances, because they're having to juggle a lot right now to get themselves on their feet. It could be that this last relationship they got out of really left them financially worse off. And it's caused them a lot of mental anguish and grief. And as a result, there continues to be arguing and strife here. But I don't feel any of this energy is to do with you. So it feels strongly to do with the previous person, lover, etc. Meanwhile, you come in with star energy and Ace of Pentacles. Now, the star is the tarot card for Aquarius. So some of you may be dealing with an Aquarius energy or Aquarius in your chart. But nevertheless, you have a dream here and you have an opportunity here with that Ace of Pentacles to manifest it in real life. And I think this person represents that dream for you, Leo. You know, and you're going to get it. You're going to get an opportunity here, but it's going to be down to can you keep the toxicity out from those around you? And can you do what you need to do in a very physical way to build towards this relationship, to make this happen, despite the fact that your person is right now kind of coming through the messy part of breaking up and leaving behind a world of toxicity. You don't just leave toxicity, right? Even a toxic relationship, it doesn't ever just end and then it's over and whoo, I have a great new life. No, you know, it lingers, you know, it lingers. A toxic relationship, especially when you're coming out of one or even coming out of a toxic phase in your life where you yourself behave in a toxic way to yourself, in a self-destructive way, etc. Whenever we come out of that, that takes a moment. Right? It takes a moment. It's not a binary 0 to 1, flip a switch. You know, there's lingerings of it that slowly have to be let go. There's strings that keep, you know, one string after the next, you know, let go, let go, let go, let go, you know. It's like if you were imagining cutting a violin bow that's made of all this string, all these hairs, right? I mean, you don't just, it doesn't all cut at once. Even as you're cutting it, one string at a time is being cut. That's kind of what's happening here for your person. And so you have this dream, you have this desire with them, but do take care and allow them this space to kind of come out of all of this, right? They are attracted, they desire you, but there's a heavy rebalancing that's coming in, and they are themselves dealing with a kind of karma rebalancing, which involves also the people in their lives. In their life, right? So this rebalancing has to happen in and of itself in their life with the people currently in their life separate from you. And yet, yes, you desire them. And for you, it may feel like it's been a long time coming, but continue, because this is your dream ultimately. Let's begin to pull out some animal spirits for you. I'm going to pull down some of these cards so we have some room. This is a nice reading and kind of along the lines of the last reading for Aries, in as much as this is a new connection. But for you, Leo, you're having to give some time and space to your person to come along, because they're really dealing with a lot personally right now. Financially, breaking up. They have absolutely, definitely been in the process of letting go of a previous relationship. Even if they broke up months ago, they're dealing with the lingering sort of shadows of it, the lingering, sort of vapor of it, and just shutting the final bits of it down, shutting down that final energy that they were still leaking out to this person. Especially when you cut off energy to a person, it takes a while. You slowly pull your energy back until finally the faucet is well and truly off. Let's go ahead and pull out animal spirit, earthworm, brand new, and the bear. Earthworm, earth energy, 2 earth energy, animal spirits. Earthworm talking about a novice, a beginner, an amateur, somebody who is not sure of what they're doing, who is so unsure that they are afraid to even show what they can do. Very, very insecure energy. Watch out. This is a reminder. Earthworm, animal spirit, reminds us that everyone starts somewhere. Everyone has had to start at the beginning in some capacity, and it's okay to be the novice. It's okay to be the beginner. It is the necessary step. The joy in being the beginner is the knowledge, the absolute convinced knowledge and knowing that you are already on your way. You can't be on your way until you begin. So those who tried, a lot of people who misguidedly, don't want to be a beginner, they never ever actually end. They never start the path, and their fear of being, new and not knowing what they're doing, their fear of being embarrassed or their insecurity in that is what stops them from attaining it altogether, which is rather sad. Bear energy, also earth energy. Bear, awakening. We talk about bears and hibernation. The bear energy talks about being in a spiritual hibernation and coming out of that, beginning to understand how our actions in the everyday world affect our spirit and our spiritual progress, affect us deep inside, affect the things in our lives that we desire to attain, or how we see each other, if we really affect our spiritual connection. And so there is a real awakening happening here, Leo, either for you or for your person, whoever resonates with this energy, of really beginning to understand the consequences of certain actions, right? Even if we're dealing with toxicity or getting away with toxicity, we have to deal also with the consequences of our own actions in that moment. What role did we play in our own demise, as it were, right? What role did we play in our own situations playing out the way they did? Yeah, the person I was with was a toxic asshole, but why did I pick him? You just can't get away from these questions. These are the questions that have to be asked. Spirit of lightness and dark, spirit of Saint Nicholas, spirit of the child, and spirit of Christ. Well, Saint Nicholas, gifts, generosity coming in. That's no surprise, Leo, because you are such a generous spirit, and I see that always coming in for you. So gifts, assistance, generosity. Spirit of the child. So innocence, right? Immaturity and adventurousness. Remember, immaturity. Yeah. Leo. Spirit of Christ, forgiveness, reconciliation, unconditional love, of course. All right. So here we go. That forgiveness, I wonder. Some of you, this may be an ex that you're trying to come back into, but I don't see it just yet. I feel like this is a new connection. But for some of you, this comes in hard, the spirit of Christ here, I feel. So, yeah, some of you are trying to get back to someone where there's been a breakup. But again, they're going through a lot here and they may not take you back. I do feel, though, for those of you Leos who really are resonating with this is a new connection, but this person is still going through a lot with an ex, letting them go. And you yourself, Leo, will really need to watch out for those around you, especially friends who pretend to be sort of on your side, have your back, want the best for you, but in a very subtle way are doing certain things that they know will ultimately sabotage any way of you and this person getting together. All right, guys, this is your weekly love connection reading, Leo. Looking into a connection, love connection that you have with somebody in your life. I do hope it resonated. If it did, please sound off in the comments. Give us some feedback, give me some feedback. Hit the like button, subscribe. All of that really helps my channel, and I do appreciate it. But for right now, Leo and Leo Cross Watchers, thank you so much. I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you guys next week for your Love Weekly. Bye-bye now.